Good morning, beloved. We thank God for this new week. Quickly this morning, I want to share with you what I have titled Always Acknowledge Him. The Him here is God. Okay, so let's open our Bibles to the book of James, chapter 4, verse 13 to 16. The Bible says that, "Come now, you who say today or tomorrow we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil." So the Bible is telling us, or the writer here is telling us, that there are people in this world who always want to take the credit for everything. Okay, they don't acknowledge God. They believe that God has created them completely. They are all in all. So they can adequately depend on themselves and achieve anything they want to achieve in life. They believe that God has deposited a great brain in man, and that brain has the ability to make them become whatever they want to become. That is true. The Lord has completely made us and has completely created us. But you should realize that even though we all have this ability, not everybody is able to live up to his or her potential. Miles Monroe once said that when you want to see great, or if you want to see great potentials, go to the cemetery. There are people who were supposed to be president, but they are buried before their time. They died before their time. There are people um, who were supposed to be apostles, great evangelists. There are people who were prophesied to be this or that, but these people couldn't become what God wanted them to become. So are you saying that those people didn't have what God put in them to be successful? They had it. So it is telling us that we being able to achieve something is not because we are completely made to achieve it. It's because the grace of God has made us to achieve it. Remember that you are not the only intelligent person on earth. Somebody may be more intelligent than you, but the person is dead and gone. You may not be the greatest teacher in the world, sorry. Somebody may be greater than you, but the person may have died, or the person didn't become or didn't rise to become what you have become today. So always acknowledge God. Let God be acknowledged. Acknowledge that grace factor, that all you are doing, it is by the grace of God. Don't let it be like God has made you complete. So you think that for you being alive is because of how cautious you are. People were even more cautious than you. They decided not to go out of their houses, yet a car entered their houses and knocked them down and died. People were in their houses, they are in schools, and the building collapsed on them and they died. Were they not careful? So it tells you that this world is full of mysteries. Beloved, always acknowledge God, acknowledge His grace, that in all things He is the one who is sustaining you. If you don't do that, then it means that you are boasting. And remember, the Bible says in James chapter 4, verse 6, that the pride of those who are not humble, the Lord will resist them, but He gives more grace to the humble. So in as much as or the, as you keep on acknowledging the grace of God, or the acknowledging God in your life, God will give you more grace to achieve a lot of things. All right, people think that because they are prayerful, that's why they are protected, because they are holy, that is why they are alive, and that's why they are experiencing the blessings they are experiencing. Beloved, people were holier than you. Some people were holier than you, but they died before their time mysteriously. And people were even more eloquent than you, but they didn't attain the height you have attained. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6, that do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge God, and He will direct your path. I'm leaving this with you this morning, beloved. All I want to say is that don't be like it is all by yourself and you can achieve everything because God has completely created you. No, don't let it be like that, but always acknowledge Him, that He will help you to do that. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you well this week, and I pray that may the blessings of the Lord be abundant in your life. I come against every spirit of sickness from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. May you be healed and may be made completely whole from every form of sickness in Jesus' name. Thank you for your time, beloved. Have a blessed week. Bye bye.